Hi everybody, this is Crystal. So today I'm going to show you how to crochet this basic beanie. So the back to basics beanie. It's really pretty easy. This would be size for average size adult. It's fit about 21 and a half inch around head, and this is approximately 7 inches long. It's pretty easy. You just need to know how to chain, slip, single crochet, double crochet, and then you're going to have to know how to do these front post double crochets. If you know how to do all that, this hat should be a breeze. So let's go ahead and get started on it. So for this project, I am using, I cannot pronounce the name of that. I had about 7 or 8 people tell me how to pronounce that, and it was all different. So I don't know which one's right, but it is a 100% premium acrylic. It is a 4-weight yarn, so you don't have to use this brand. Any type of 4-weight yarn will work, and you'll probably need about 200 yards, I'd say, to finish this hat. But I got this at lovecrochet.com in case you were interested, and the color is called Chaplin, but that's the brand. But remember, you don't have to use this. Any 4-weight's fine. And then I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. Alright, as always, I want to ask you not to forget to subscribe to my channel. If you click on the subscribe button, and if you want to get notified of my videos, you click that little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you never miss any of my videos. But if you don't want to get notified, you can just go ahead and click subscribe, and you'll still be subscribed, and you'll get notifications every once in a while. And always, if you liked this hat and you enjoyed this tutorial, I always appreciate any thumbs up that you could give me. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the slip knot on my hook. And I'm going to work a chain of 4. Now I'm going to slip stitch back into the first stitch to form a ring. Now if you prefer to use the magic circle here, that's fine. I'm not very good at the magic circle, so I don't do it. I'm going to chain 1. Now that chain 1 does not count as a stitch. I'm going to work 12 double crochets through the center of that ring. So I'm going to yarn over, go through the center of the ring, and draw up a loop. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my double crochet. And I want to do that 12 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I got my 12 double crochets, and usually you could pull your tail to close up that center circle a little bit more, and then you could sew it together the rest of the way at the end. So I'm going to end by slip stitching into my first double crochet. So that'll end round 1, and you'll have 12 double crochets. So now I'm going to chain 1 for round 2, which does not count as a stitch. I'm going to go right back into that same stitch there that we just slip stitched into, and do 2 double crochets like that. And now I'm going to work around, and I'm going to put 2 double crochets into every single stitch. So 2 doubles into the next stitch, and then 2 into the next, and 2 into every single stitch all the way around until I get back to my starting point. All right, I've made it to the end of round 2, and now you should have 24 stitches. And we're going to go ahead and end by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Round 3, we're going to start by chaining 1. Does not count as a stitch. Now I'm going to go right back into that same spot there that I just slip stitched into. I'm going to put 1 double crochet. And then the next stitch, I'm going to put 2 double crochets. And then the repeat is 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And then the next stitch will be 2 double crochets. 1 double into the next stitch, and in the next stitch will be 2 double crochets. So this is a pattern I'm going to repeat for round 3. 1 double, 2 doubles, 1 double, 2 doubles, all the way around until I get back to the beginning. All right, I've made it to the end of round 3, and now you should have a total of 36 stitches. Now we're going to go ahead and end by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Round 4, I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to go back into the very first stitch and double crochet. And then I'm going to put a double crochet, just 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And now the next stitch I'm going to put 2 double crochets. Now I'm going to start with a repeat. It's going to be 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So there's 1, 2, and then the next stitch is going to get 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Okay, repeat it again. 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and the next stitch will get 2 double crochets into the same stitch. And that's the pattern we're going to repeat all the way around. 1 double, 1 double, 2 doubles, 1 double, 1 double, 2 doubles, all the way around until you get back to your starting point. Alrighty, I've made it back around to the end of round 4, and now you should have a total of 48 stitches. And we're going to go ahead and end by slip stitching into our first double crochet. Round 5, I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to put 1 double crochet into the first stitch there that we just slip stitched into. 1 double crochet into the next stitch. 1 double crochet into the next stitch. And then 2 double crochets into the next. And now we'll start our repeat for the round. It's 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. And then now we repeat it again. 1 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 double crochets into the next. And that's the repeat now for round 5. So 1 double into the next 3, and then 2 doubles into the next. 1 double into the next 3, and 2 doubles into the next, all the way around until you get back to your starting point. Okay, I've made it back to the end of round 5, and now you should have a total of 60 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and end with the slip stitch into my beginning double crochet. Now what I'm going to do is chain 1, and now I'm just going to be working rounds of double crochet. So I'm going to put 1 double crochet back into the same stitch, and I'm going to work 1 double crochet in every stitch around. So we're on round 6 now. So it's 1 double in every stitch until I get back around to the beginning. Okay, once you make it back around at the end of round 6, you'll still have 60 stitches. And now what we want to do is we just want to repeat round 6 until we get a total of 12 rounds, which I've already done. So that's 12 rounds starting from round 1. So just keep repeating round 6 until you get a total of 12. You'll have 60 stitches at the end of every round. Now once you get your 12 rounds done, I'm on round 12. I have my 60 stitches. I'm going to start round 13. So I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to go right back into that same stitch and double crochet. Now I'm going to do a front post double crochet in the next stitch. So I'm going to yarn over like I'm going to do a double crochet. And I'm going to go around the post of the stitch like that and not into the top of it. And then I'll go ahead and do my double crochet. Now I'm going to do a regular double crochet into the top of the next stitch. And then I'm going to do a front post double crochet into the next. So you yarn over like you're going to do a regular double crochet, go around the post of the stitch like that, and then do your double crochet. And that's going to make little posts. And that's what we're going to repeat all the way around. So we're going to do a regular double crochet at the top of the next stitch, and then front post double into the next. Regular double into the top of the next stitch, and front post double into the next. And this is what we're going to repeat one more time. Regular double into the next stitch, and front post double into the next. So go ahead and repeat this pattern all the way around until you get back to your starting point. Alright, I'm coming to the end of round 13. Now my last stitch should have been a front post double crochet, and I'm going to go ahead and end with the slip stitch into my first double crochet. Now you should have 60 stitches still. Round 14, I'm just going to repeat round 13. So I'm going to chain 1, double crochet right back into that same stitch, and then I'm going to do a front post double crochet around the next stitch. It's actually a post stitch, you can see it. So go right around the post of that and front post double crochet. Then I'm going to do a double crochet into the next stitch, and then a front post double crochet into the next, and then regular double crochet, and then a front post double crochet. So round 14, I'm just repeating round 13. I'm just repeating what we just did on the last round. So we're going to go ahead and repeat that pattern all the way around until we get back to our starting point. Okay, I've made it to the end of round 14, and I still have 60 stitches, and I just went ahead and slip stitched into my first double crochet. Now you can try your hat on, and if you think that it fits how you want it to fit, you can stop here. I'm actually going to do one more row of repeating this row because I like my hats to be a little bit longer. So round 15, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm just going to repeat what we just did on the last 2 rounds. I'm going to put a double crochet back in the same stitch, and then I'm going to do a front post double crochet. Double crochet in the next, and then a front post double crochet. And I'm going to repeat this all the way around. Remember, it's the same thing that we did on the last 2 rounds. And if you tried yours on and you don't want yours any longer, you don't have to put this extra round here. It's your hat however you want to wear it. But I'm going to continue around again on round 15. I'm just repeating what we did for round 13 and 14. Okay, I've come to the end of round 15, and I'm going to go ahead and end with the slip stitch into my first double crochet. Now if you follow along with me and you are on round 15, we're getting ready to start round 16. But if you stopped after that last round, you want to go ahead and do this anyways. What we're going to do is a finishing row. So I'm just going to, round 16, I'm going to chain 1, and I'm just going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way around. That kind of helps these post stitches lay flat. If you notice, they do tend to curl up. Post stitches just kind of do that. I don't know why, that's just their thing. But we're going to go ahead and put 1 single crochet right back in that same stitch, and then 1 single crochet in every stitch, and that'll help tame down them post stitches a little bit since they're going crazy on us. So I'm on round 16. This will be our final round. It's just one single crochet in every stitch all the way around until we get back to our starting point. Okay, I've come to the end of round 16. Still have my 60 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and end with a slip stitch into my first single crochet that I did. Tie off, and then you can hide that tail. And that is it. Nice, simple, basic beanie. This, I like it. This is my new beanie. I'm getting a needle here to sew in my tail. I don't usually sew in my tails on camera, but I guess I can. I basically just kind of weave them in and out. And I'll go back under the hat. I do it tied enough till I feel like I know that it's not going to come loose. And then if you want to do that top one up here where that circle's at, just use your tail. Oh, goodness. Sorry. I got butterfingers. I dropped my needle. And I just take it and I just kind of sew up around the hole. And at the same time, it's hiding this tail. Just pull it tight and it'll close up that circle. And that's it. That's all there is to it. The Back to Basics beanie. Pretty simple, pretty easy, pretty cool looking still. Simple stuff looks pretty cool if you ask me. So, don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you look over there on the right hand side of the screen right now, you'll see a playlist of all my other hats in case you like this and maybe you're interested in making more. You could check out my playlist. I got a bunch of hats on my channel. And that's it. So until next time, have a good day.